guys, Ash here coming at you today with my mini account. I just hit level 6 and I am in the midst of a little play session here in P.E.K.K.A. Playhouse Arena 4, and I wanted to bring you some strategy for your very first Hog Cycle deck, or at least a variation of the Hog Cycle deck that I really enjoy. And I'm going to go ahead and play all live matches this episode, so win, lose, or draw, I will bring you guys the results, and hopefully you'll learn a thing or two about the deck as we go forward through this episode. So here's the deck we're going to be using here. I love the Valkyrie in this deck mainly because we're probably going to be going against people who are playing a combination of barbarians and maybe even some skeleton armies. Let me go ahead and donate to my clanmate here. That's bothering me. So let's go ahead and play a little bit here, and we'll talk about the deck as I go through instead of staring at the deck screen for 2 minutes. So the first match here, I'm always going to be the underdog, guys, because I'm only level 6, so I'm probably going to be going up against level 7s and 8s throughout this episode. So if I lose, that's going to be my excuse. Hopefully we won't lose though. So if you have Hog and Goblins in your opening hand like I did here, you can go ahead and play them right off the bat, and you can see I hovered those arrows right over that tower. I was ready for either a skeleton army or minions or minion horde or even goblins. I wanted to play something to counter that, so I was ready with my arrows. You can rewind and see I was hovering that over that tower there to see what he countered my Hog and the Goblin, Spirit Goblin with. In that aggressive move right out the gate by me, I wouldn't normally advocate that unless it's right in the beginning of the match, because I'm using that as kind of a tool to figure out what my opponent's going to use to counter my Hog the rest of the match. So from here on out, you'll see I'm going to play much more conservatively. I'm not going to just start throwing down the Hog whenever I have them up. It is called a Hog Cycle deck for those who don't know. This is probably my 4th or 5th video on a Hog Cycle deck, and certainly my first video on a Hog Cycle deck for Arena 4. By the way, Valkyrie, this is why I love her. Place her right in front of your tower, takes down the whole skeleton army. Then I'm going to go ahead and combo her with a Hog and some Spear Goblins right off the bat over here. And this is going to be huge right now. I'm going to get this tower down. And whilst I do, I'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about the Cycle deck. So Cycle decks, if you don't know, are basically very low-cost decks. I think the average elixir cost on this deck is exactly 3, might be 2.9, might be 3. But either way, the idea here is that all the cards have great defensive utility. You can see a giant skeleton coming my way. I'm going to distract him with a cannon and then put a minion down on him. Giant skeletons don't do a lot of damage except for that bomb that they drop, so you don't have to be worried about them taking down the cannon. He's coming at me with a minion horde here, but I'm not going to drop my arrows right away. I want to see if he makes a mistake of playing another low hit point unit at the halfway mark there, but instead he played the prince. I'm going to go ahead and use some spear goblins and then a bomber to get that prince into the center of the map. And again, here comes the skeleton army, and again I'm going to play that Valkyrie. This is why the deck is so flexible. So this is what I was saying. Every card in the deck actually has great defensive utility as well, so I'm able to counter anything the opponent can throw at me. And you can see he overcommitted to his push in the right-hand lane, so I'm going to go ahead and take his left tower now with my minions comboed with the Hog. So the Cycle deck, if I can ever stay on my point here. It's tough when you're commentating and trying to describe the strategy at the same time. Maybe I should have stayed on the loading screen there and explained the cards in the deck. Maybe next time. Either way, the Cycle deck, everything's so low cost in the deck that you can cycle to your Hog card very, very quickly. So quickly, in fact, that the defender is going to be able to defend one of your Hogs, but then your deck is going to be costing less than their deck more often than not, so they're not going to be able to come up with the same defense by the time that you have your next Hog card up. That's the idea, or it's at least one of the ideas behind a Hog Cycle deck. I love this deck on my main account in Legendary League. It's not the same exact deck because I play the Princess and Legendary cards in the deck, but the thought process behind the deck is still the same. By the way, guys, I started Elite Nation 9. All the other Elite Nations were full. My main is an Elite Nation, and then we have Elite Nation 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Shout out to the entire Elite Nation family. All a great bunch of people here. If you're looking for a clan, you can feel free to join my clan before it fills up here. I just started it today with my secondary account. Again, it's Elite Nation 9. Let me go ahead and request a card here. This will be my very first card request on this account because I kind of went stag in the beginning. I didn't join any clan at all, so I have been gemming just my chest time time on this account because I don't play this account all throughout the day like I do on my other account. I don't bring this device to work. So when I do play, I like to make sure I keep things rolling. So I will be gemming the chest on this account, at least until I get to level like 7 or 8 or so. And because I want to keep this my public account so more people can relate to it, so I can do mid-level arenas like this. So my first match was a win. That was good. And you can see some of the thought process behind the match here. Oh, this guy's being a little bit cocky here. He knows he has the level advantage and he's laughing at me. Let's see if we can make him pay. Uh-oh. He has a P.E.K.K.A. Okay, his cards are rather intimidating, but we're going to see how he can defend. You'll notice where I place the cannon. It's actually a little bit more to the right than to the left, and that's a good placement there because it's still going to distract that P.E.K.K.A., but it's going to make him have to walk longer to reach that cannon. Now he rains down some arrows on me, but my minions are doing work there, so the minions will actually get to that tower unless he counters them, and I'll probably get a hit or two off. Actually, you know what? I won't get a hit or two because my cards are so low level that his tower DPS is such that my cards can't even make it to the tower to get a hit off them. But that was the beauty of the Hog Cycle deck, guys, in the right-hand lane. You just saw I snuck that Hog in there after I knew my opponent had overcommitted to defending against my my minions on the other side of the map there, and on his big offensive push early on with that P.E.K.K.A. and everything else he threw at me. So again, I'm going to go ahead and put a Bomber and some Spear Goblins behind this Valkyrie here, and I did end up taking down that tower. That was kind of a tentative push on my part. I didn't want to go ahead and throw everything I had at him, but the Valkyrie is kind of tanky, so I figured I'd take the opportunity. I had like 4 or 5 elixir to throw down some Spirit Goblins behind her and see if I could take down the tower, and in fact I did. Now we're going to change our mindset here because we are the underdog this match. We're level 6, he's level 7, and he gave us a cocky laughing in the beginning of the match, so we do not like that. We like to be very friendly in these matches. Even if we lose, we like to be friendly. But anyways, let's go ahead and play very conservatively. That's what I was going to get to here. So because he's a higher level than me, and he has, you know, theoretically higher cards, I certainly don't have a P.E.K.K.A. or anything like that. So what I want to do here is just play ultra conservatively. And I do want to, you know, I'll keep a little offense going in the right here. Another Spear Goblin behind that Valkyrie, and it gets onto his King Tower. But mainly I'm focusing on my left here. I'm going to put down these arrows ASAP. Make sure I get that minion horde, and I did take care of his P.E.K.K.A. Oh, and look at this, guys. We got our Valkyrie and our Spirit Goblins by themselves. Got about 2/3 health of that King Tower damage off of him. Wow. Let's go ahead and load on here. See if we can take it down. We have Hog Rider. I'm just throwing everything I have at him. I'm going to throw arrows in case he drops a minion horde, and we take him down. There it goes. We'll give him a thumbs up. Well played. Good luck. He does not answer. And let's go on to our next match here. So we're gaining some trophies here, doing pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and gem open this chest here, just getting a few cards. Silver chest, not a big deal. Maybe I'll do a silver chest opening video. Okay, just joking, guys. I'm not going to do a silver chest opening video. Okay, we're going against another level 7 here. Let's see how we do. So we have... Again, the Spear Goblins and Goblins in the Hog in our opening hand, so let's see how he counters this. He's going to play a Baby Dragon and a Balloon, although that's not going to be a good counter for my Hog in the, well, it's a good counter for the Goblins, not a good counter for the Hog, but now I'm going to have to worry about this defensively, and he plays a Prince. Oh, no! Okay, I'm putting a Valkyrie in the middle of the map, high hit points, that's going to tie up the Prince for a little bit. The Spirit Goblins take down the Balloon. I misplaced those Goblins, and the Dragon totally took out my Goblins. He's gonna get a few hits on my right tower here, unfortunately. I say well played because it was well played. I did not think that he was gonna be able to come at me with that Prince there at the last second, but when you think about it, he played the Balloon and the Baby Dragon so early on and so far back that he had the elixir to go ahead and mount a really strong offense there. So let's be careful. This guy seems like he knows what he's doing here. So let's put the cannon in the middle, distract these barbarians. I have my bomber coming up, who's placed a little bit too far back, but he placed a barbarian a little bit after I placed the bomber there. The bomber is an absolute fantastic counter to the barbarians. If you see barbarians coming your way, go ahead and place your bomber a little bit, kind of like near where the ladder is on your tower, on your side towers. So a little bit near the corner edge, and then by the time the barbarians get there, they won't target onto the bomber, but the bomber will target onto them, and they probably won't even get one hit depending on the levels off on the tower. So he plays another Prince at me. I'm gonna have have to distract with the cannon again. Wow, that charging prince takes down about 80% of my cannon's health. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna be patient again here because he has some interesting combos here. It's a power deck, I guess, for Arena 4 with the barbarians, the balloon, the prince, and the baby dragon. A lot of epics in his deck, none in mine, so hopefully you guys should enjoy this cycle deck because I know a lot of you guys ask, what if I don't have baby dragon? What if I don't have prince? What if I don't have, you know, this epic card or that epic card? Well, this deck works actually fantastic without any epic cards. As you can see, I've been the underdog here, and I'm going to get that hog to the tower again, so very, very nice. I'm going to put arrows down real quickly, and I'm going to double finger tap and get this cannon down, but it was not in time, so he takes my right tower, unfortunately, there. So that's a little tactic for you guys. You guys probably already know who Orange Juice in Yarn is, but he's an absolutely fantastic YouTuber. For my money, he's the best Royale YouTuber out there in the game right now, and he put out a video on these advanced two-finger tap tactics where you can deploy your troops in different ways that will benefit you depending on what utility the troop is having in the match. So be sure to go ahead and check that out. You know, I'll link that video that I was mentioning in the description below, but it looks like this is going to go to overtime, guys. So let's go ahead and play bomber. Okay, trying to get my placement down here. Let's put the bomber over there. Wanted to wait till the barbarians had locked on to that cannon. Now we'll play the bomber, and now things are going to settle down for us a little bit here. Well, I guess they won't settle down. He plays the prince. He is all over me right down here on my side of the map. I'm playing way more defense than offense. I'm going to try to sneak in a hog here, but I need to get some value trading going on defensively on my side of the map. He had a really nice timed arrows there right at the same time as I dropped my spear goblins. So now we're going to go ahead and try to get at him on the left tower. Time is of the essence here. I'm going to have to be forced to play another cannon over here and a Valkyrie right in between these barbarians. I want to sneak a hog in the left right now. Let's see if he has an answer for it. I need to do some big damage, so I'm going to put some goblins down. Oh, he has the minion horde. I have arrows up. Can I get it in time? No way. Womp womp, it's gonna be a draw, but no worries, we'll play another match. Hopefully we'll end on a win. I cannot end on a loss or a draw. I don't think I've done that in YouTube yet, and I have almost over 80 Clash Royale videos. It's only been out for a couple months now, and over 80 videos. Wow, I was surprised the other day when I looked at my Clash Royale playlist, and I had 80 videos. Wow. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and get into the next match here. Titan Tercero, it looks like, and he's a level 8. We'll give the sad face. Uh-oh, this is the first level 8 we faced this video, guys. Hopefully we're gonna, well, we have a bad starting hand, to be honest with you. A good starting hand for a cycle deck would be when you have the cannon, the goblins, the spear goblins, and the hog, or really anything for that fourth card. We have the hog and the goblins and the cannon are absolutely awesome because you can start with the hog and the goblins, and then you can place the cannon down defensively. He hasn't played anything yet. Okay, here comes barbarians. Against my Valkyrie, though, that's not a great usage there, and he's coming at me pretty heavy over here, but I did get a hog to his right tower, so I'm going to place the bomber. This is exactly where you place the bomber when you use him, and look at that, man. We did fast work of those barbarians and spirit goblins coming my way. That cannon's down. I'm going to have to place another cannon defensively. Awful placement here, but I had to stop that hog, and the hog's going to get only one hit off my tower, so that's not a big deal. Oh, and look at this, guys. It's fire spirits. Well, fire spirits, you don't have to use any cards to counter them if they're coming in alone because your crown tower is able to one-shot them, so don't waste your arrows on fire spirits. So again, we're just being patient here, playing conservatively. I'm gonna play the spear goblins. Okay, well that was a total waste, but I wanted to cycle up to my hog. That was the reason I did the spear goblins there. Now I'm gonna put my Valkyrie right in the middle of things here and put some minions on top of them because he's playing a okay, he's playing the Prince and Barbarians with a freeze spell. Wow, this guy's pretty tough here. Pretty tough with the higher level cards and the freeze spell, which I don't have, but it's okay. We're gonna be all right, I think, guys. He's using the freeze spell a little bit too liberally for my liking. That last freeze wasn't too bad, but the first freeze he used really wasn't necessary. The one that he used against my my Valkyrie, I believe, but he could have just used the Barbarians, and I forgot what he has for cards, but he could have come up with a better counter than that. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some arrows on and this is the bomber. Here it is, guys, the bomber against the Barbarians, and this is it. It's my 3-unit elixir card. countered the Barbarians along with the Fire Spirits, and there's no way he can stop this push right now. He uses the freeze spell again defensively, but he doesn't even use it on the Hog and the Valkyrie, so I'm going to get to his King Tower here, and I mean, it wasn't an awful, I don't want to sound like I'm picking on Titan Tercero here, but you know, if you're going to use freeze defensively, you have to make sure you get the power units. You can see where I placed that cannon just in time to get that Hog. He's coming at me with a minion horde. I don't have my arrows up, so I'm going to go ahead and play Goblins to distract, and Spirit Goblins right behind. Another ill-advised freeze spell, and it looks like I'm going to pick this one off as well. So not bad, guys. We'll end this day as long as I can pull this off, and of course I will. There's only 3 seconds left. So we'll end today's play with 3 wins, no losses, and 1 tie. So 3 wins and 1 tie with no losses. Not too bad for the cycle deck. Guys, thanks so much for joining me today, and hopefully you guys give this deck a shot. I'm very confident in it. I absolutely love cycle decks, so be sure to go ahead and give it a shot, and let me know in the comments below how it does for you. Hope to see you guys in game, by the way, in Elite Nation 9 if you want to play with me. I'd love to meet you guys and get to know you a little bit better. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care. We don't play for fame, we don't play for cash. We just play for the glory and the crash of the ash.